What is up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are live. And nice to see all the members right here. Yeah, so this time I decided to do this live stream early in the morning. And the main reason why I'm here streaming this morning is the fact that today we have the important news. Right, the main reason why we have the live session today is the fact that today we have the FOMC, we have the Fed press conference, the Fed interest rate decision coming today, and on today's live stream, I will try to help you to prepare, for this news. So I will try to help you to analyze different charts, to prepare the analysis, to prepare the trades, to prepare the setups, so you could trade the Fed press conference confidently. And let's hope that our analysis will help us to make a lot of money today. And as always, traders, remember that during this live streams we have a live chat. Yes, we have a live chat here on YouTube, and there you can ask me questions. You can ask me to analyze any instrument you want. And as always, if something is not clear in my analysis, please feel free to ask me. Yes, I will be happy to help. And say hello in the live chat if you're here. Say hello if you're watching. Say hello if you are ready for analysis, for trading, and stuff. And nice to see Ramindra here watching this live stream. Nice to see Paul. Nice to see Christina here watching this live session. Nice to see Gbojiri here watching this live stream. Nice to see Rocket, Sons of Midnight. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you all, and thank you for being here. So to warm up, I have two options, to be honest. First of all, I have a very interesting trading setup on WTI crude oil to discuss, and also some setup on New Zealand yen that we discussed yesterday with my students, and that played out perfectly as I said. So probably we will start with oil. Yeah, probably we will start with oil and check that and discuss what to watch here on gold. And by the way, traders, those who are wondering what we are doing right here we trade the market with technicals. Yes, on this live streams, we apply the technical analysis, we apply the so-called top-down trading strategy. We will analyze multiple time frames. We'll analyze the higher time frames, the lower time frames. We'll execute the price action analysis, the trend analysis, and relying just on technicals, we will try to predict in advance the moves of the market that will initiate after the FOMC. So this morning on the focus is WTI crude oil. Yeah, WTI crude oil is on focus. And first, let's analyze this one on a daily. Let's discuss what is happening with WTI crude oil here on a daily. The fact is that executing the trend analysis, traders, I guess you would agree with me that WTI crude oil is trading in a bearish trend. Yes, we are trading in the long-term bearish trend, and the price keeps setting lower lows and lower highs right here. And recently, the price set a new lower low right here, and from that low, we started a correctional movement. And even though here we got a strong bullish movement, it turned out that the price has perfectly respected the level of the last lower high. Yes, that major horizontal resistance that we got right here, and from that resistance, bearish movement initiated. So it looks like we are still trading in a bearish trend, and the market remains bearish. However, at the same time, we should not deny the fact that after the market started this bearish movement, we haven't seen a pullback for quite a while, and you can see that the market looks quite oversold at the moment. And analyzing the historical structures and looking left at structure, we can spot that here on oil we have a very important structure. that the market is approaching right now. You can see that here we have a very important horizontal key level, yeah, that the market is currently approaching. And watching how the market reacted to that structure in the past, I guess traders' probabilities will be high that from that structure we're gonna see a pullback. Yeah, so our task will be to monitor the lower time frames, and our task will be to look for the confirmation of the strength of that structure that we spotted. Remember that in technical analysis we are relying on key levels, but also we should remember the fact that the market quite often breaks the key levels. Quite often the market just neglects the key levels, and just key levels trading is not enough. We need something else. And the top-down trading strategy gives a very nice way for checking the strengths of key levels. So it helps to quite accurately predict whether the structure will be respected or not. So now let's analyze the lower time frames and let's check how the market reacts to that. And I see so many members here watching this live stream. Nice to see Thomas right here watching this live stream. Nice to see Anthony, Leonard right here. Nice to see Ferenc right here, Muhammad here, Vlad. So many people here watching this live stream, and thank you so much, guys, for being here. So the market is approaching that structure, and let's check what is happening here in the 4-hour time frame. Let's check what is happening here on the intraday time frames. And the fact is, traders, that analyzing the candlesticks, you can see that here in WTI crude oil we got a very strong bearish movement. We got a massive sell-off right here. But once we started to approach our structure, you can see that the market started to slow down. Yes, and even though we got a very strong bearish momentum here, it turned out that the market stopped falling once our structure was reached, once our support was reached. Yes, traders, for us, it is a quite important sign. Yes, it is the so-called sign of weakness of sellers. Now, if we analyze the price action right here and analyze the last impulses, take a look what I spotted right here. So you can see that here we dropped sharply. Yes, we got a strong bearish movement, and then after that bearish movement, we retraced. We got a retracement, and the price formed, set the low high right here. Then, if we take that bearish impulse, copy that, and project it from the completion point of the retracement, you can see, traders, that here we also have the so-called harmonic movement. You can see that the length of this bearish impulses is equal. And what we know about the harmonic pattern? What do we know about the harmonic ABCD pattern? Harmonic ABCD pattern is the classic reversal pattern, and it helps to quite accurately predict a coming pullback, a pullback from the completion point of the pattern. Yeah, so you can see that first we formed the harmonic ABCD pattern, we completed the pattern, and upon the completion we started to form the dojis. Right? I guess it is quite interesting. And traders, let me know if you spotted that pattern. Let me know in the live chat if you spotted this harmonic pattern, and let me know if you already opened a long position. But for me, the fact that the market formed that pattern was not enough. Yeah, and once the market completed that pattern, I decided to also start monitoring even lower time frames and analyzing. Let's open the hourly time frame, and let me show you what I spotted analyzing the hourly time frame. On an hourly time frame, if we zoom in the chart, traders, you can see that here in an hourly time frame, the market is currently consolidating. Let's just remove the structure and let's concentrate on the price action right here. So you can see that the fact is that after this massive sell-off, the market started to coil. Yes, the market is currently trading in sideways. Yes, we are consolidating. And when you see such kind of consolidation, it is the indication that trading volumes are accumulating. It is the indication that locally the market reached the so-called fair value price. Yes, and the market participants locally agree about the current prices. But while the market participants agree about that, the market maker keeps eating the liquidity, keeps accumulating the position. And from such a perspective, the market is just indecisive. And in order to confirm for us that the market is bullish, in order to confirm for us that buyers are willing to push the market, we need some sign of strength of bulls. Yes, bulls should show their willingness to break some minor structures. So in order to buy WTI crude oil with the confirmation, what we will look for right here, we will strictly look for a bullish breakout of the resistance of the range to the upside. Yes, it will be a very important condition, and the candle should strictly close above the resistance of the range. Only when the market closes above the resistance of the range, only then we will go higher. And then I would recommend buying on a retest. Buying on a retest, yes, we will set our stop loss below the lows of the pattern, and our target for the trade will be the closest strong resistance. From a current perspective, the closest strong resistance that we can spot is right here. Yes, you can see that from that structure. Just recently the market dropped quite sharply, so there will be our target for the trade. And I would also have the second target right here. The second target will be based on the next strong structure. Our next strong structure will be over here. Yeah, so that can be a very nice pullback trade on WTI crude oil. Traders, let me know if you follow. Let me know if everything is clear here in my analysis. And remember that so far, we are not buying. Yeah, we are waiting for a breakout first. It will be a very, very important condition. And again, follow the process. Yes, remember that we started from a daily. On a daily, we spotted the key structure. Yes, we spotted that key horizontal structure here on a daily. Then we started to analyze the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, we spotted multiple doji candles. And we also spotted the harmonic ABCD pattern. Yes, and then on an hourly, we spotted that range and we discussed what exactly do we need to confirm the strength of bulls. Yeah, and Rabindra says, nice analysis for WTI. Thank you, Rabindra. And guys, remember that because the trend is bearish, because bears are dominating the market can easily violate the support of the range to the downside. Yes, the market can easily break and close below that, and then just the market will go lower. Yeah, remember that it can also happen, and if the market breaks the support of the range and closes below that, we simply won't trade. Yes, and this setup will become invalid. This is Islamit right here, watching from Indonesia. Thank you for watching. Vlad says that the last 2 weeks were tougher to trade, or is it just me? You know, Vlad, to be honest, the entire month of April was not good, I would say. And by the way, traders, let me know in a live chat, how was your month of April? Have you finished this month? Let me know if you are satisfied with your results of April. And I would say, traders, that the main problem with April were the Fridays. Yes, with my students, we managed to catch nice trades on April, but many trades, many losing trades were caught just on Fridays. Yes, the manipulation on Fridays in April were crazy, and the market was manipulated on Fridays always the same way. Yeah, and it was very stressful, to be honest, and because of these manipulations, even though we still closed the months in profit, but I am not really satisfied with this profits. And yeah, traders, April was not good, and I hope that May will be much better. Yeah, Anthony says April, game over. Yeah, yeah. And Rambindra says that, to be honest, I am broke even. Yeah, nice to know, traders. Yeah, so remember that in trading, we cannot always be profitable. Sometimes the market takes its share. Sometimes we have the good months. Sometimes we have the bad months. And the idea is that we simply win more than we lose. And when the losing streak starts, when the market starts taking its share, we simply should control our risks, and we should just simply lose less than we win. Yeah. So, traders, what to analyze for your next? Let me in brief show you the setup that we caught on New Zealand yen. And by the way, I guess in this one, we can even still be involved. So on New Zealand yen pair, let's execute the top-down analysis. Yes, here on New Zealand yen pair, we have a very strong horizontal structure resistance. Yes, do you see that structure right here? Yeah, we have a phenomenally strong structure here on New Zealand yen that the market respected many times. Yes, and you can see that that resistance was reached. Yes, that resistance was reached yesterday. And testing that resistance, take a look at that candle right here. We were rejected heavily from that yellow zone, and we formed a doji candle. Yeah, perfectly respecting that. And then analyzing the price action, again, take a look what I spotted right here. Here's our very strong bullish impulse. And after that bullish impulse, the retracement started. And if we take that bullish impulse and project it from the completion point of the retracement, again, the harmonic movement. And you know what is interesting is that in April, a lot of harmonic movements were formed. Yeah, so I would say in some sense April was quite the harmonic month, and many harmonic patterns were formed. And here in New Zealand yen, again, the harmonic pattern and the completion point of the pattern matches perfectly with that major horizontal structural resistance. So again, from us, it can give a very nice opportunity to catch a pullback from the structure. So let's analyze what is happening on the 4-hour, and let's check what can we spot there. Let's check if we have any confirmations there. Here on a 4-hour time frame, we can spot a sign of strength of the bulls. Yes, and those who are starting the smart money concept definitely should notice this pattern. Yes, it is the bearish engulfing candle, and the fact is that this bearish engulfing candle that engulfed 1, 2, 3 bullish candles signifies the involvement of a big player right here. Someone opened big positions. Someone opened a very big lot. And for that reason, the market immediately reacted, and such a strong candle here was formed. So definitely, that candle right here increases the probabilities that the correctional movement from that resistance will follow. But let's check what we can spot here on an hourly time frame. Here on an hourly time frame, we can spot that approaching that structure, we formed, yeah, a double top. Yes, classic reversal pattern. And with this high momentum bearish candle, we have violated its neckline. With that high momentum bearish candle, we closed below that neckline. And then take a look what happened at night. At night, we have retested the broken neckline. And on a retest of a broken neckline, the short position was open. Stop loss is lying above the highs of the pattern, and still a bearish continuation is expected. And the closest strong support that we can spot here on New Zealand yen is right here. Yes, that is the closest strong support so far that we see. So the trade here remains active, and the market, if the market returns back to the entry, I guess you can also be involved in that trade, because as we said, as we already discussed, on a daily, yeah, from a daily time frame perspective, probabilities are very high that the market will keep falling. Yeah, and you can also consider here trading with two targets. Yes, and as your second target, you can definitely consider that, yeah, that structure cluster. Yes, that will be your second target for the trade. So this setup here looks very interesting. Yes, and let's see what will happen right here. Even though the market almost reached the target, now we see the strong rejection. So I guess the market can easily return back to the entry, and from there you can look for re-entry, for shorting, and you can set your sell limit order there. Yeah, Raminder says if you want to be winner, you have to be a loser as well. Yeah, mindset. Yes, definitely. So if you want to win in this game, you should remember that losses are inevitable. Yes, and if you're wondering how exactly I trade, on my website, I share the statistics of the trades that we discussed with my students, that we take with my students, and I'm sticking around the 65% win rate this year. So it means that 4 trades out of 10 are the losing trades. Yes, so losses are inevitable. And of course, some traders are more accurate, some traders are less accurate, but no matter how good you are, still occasionally you will catch the losing trades. Yes, remember about that. Traders, let me know what else to analyze for you. Let me know which instrument to analyze next. Yeah, and I see a question from Alisa about Aussie CAD. She sees some pattern right here. Let's check this one. And by the way, concerning the some of the instruments that I'm watching this morning, I see some setup on dollar index, the peculiar one. And if you want me to share that with you, if you're interested in dollar index analysis, just give me yes in a live chat and I will show you a very interesting setup there. Also, some important things happened with gold. So again, if you're interested, let me know. So Aussie yen pair. Let's start with the daily and let's check the current situation. And by the way, those who watched the previous live stream knew that on Aussie CAD I was very bullish. And on Aussie CAD we have discussed earlier the trend line. And I don't really remember already from where we drew the trend line, but definitely it was somewhere there. Yeah, that trend line. And you can watch the recording of the previous live stream and you can check there that I made a prediction that from that trend line the pair will bounce. Yes, and it happened. And we formed a high momentum bullish candle here on Aussie CAD as I predicted. Now what we can see on the pair is the fact that we are trading in a range. Yes, we are currently stuck within that horizontal range. And currently, the market is approaching the resistance of the range. And of course, from the resistance of the range, we can consider shorting. Yes, I do agree with you, Alisa, that from such a perspective, this one looks nice for shorting from. Then if we open a 4-hour, on the 4-hour time frame, take a look at that wonderful doji candle that was formed. Yeah, and it's very interesting how the market was weakening while it was approaching that yellow resistance. So first it formed this high momentum bullish candle, then the weaker candle, and then the doji. Yeah, so you can see how nicely the candlestick patterns here tell us the story. They tell us the story how strong were the buyers and how they started to close their positions once the market started to approach that resistance. Yeah, very interesting, I would say. And from a current perspective, Alisa, you should also remember that even though the market is weak, still, it is the market of bulls locally. And in order to confirm the strength of the sellers should break something. Yes, they should show us their willingness to break the structures. And in order to confirm that, you can see that over here we have that horizontal structure support. Yes, we have a very strong horizontal structure cluster right here. Yes, a local zone of demand. That is that the market is currently testing. So in order to short Aussie CAD, I would recommend you strictly waiting for a breakout of that structure first. Yes, if the 4-hour candle closes below that support, only then, yeah, it will be the sign of strength of the sellers, and only then we will expect a bearish continuation at least to that horizontal support. Yeah, so I know that here on an hourly time frame there's the head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, but in order to trade this one, remember that first the price should break that horizontal structure support. It will be a very important condition. Yeah. Now I see questions about dollar yen, I guess dollar yen from Waji. That will be the next one that we'll discuss, and then I guess euro yen. So let's take a look. So dollar yen, those who follow me on my free Telegram channel know that I keep making very accurate predictions on dollar yen here. First, I have perfectly predicted the bullish movement to that resistance, and then I have nicely predicted the bearish movement from that resistance. So for now, dollar yen keeps respecting the key levels. Yes, and for now, key levels work perfectly here in dollar yen. And from a current perspective, here's what we see. By the way, let's also try to draw a trend line if we have some trend line right here. Not really. So dollar yen here is currently stuck between two very important structures. Yeah, from one side, right here, we have a very important horizontal structure resistance, right, that the market is currently approaching, and from where we are currently falling. And here we have a very important support. And from a current perspective, I would recommend waiting for a breakout of that resistance as the sign of a bullish continuation. Yeah, so those who are looking for the continuation of this bullish movement should strictly wait for a breakout of that resistance. Yes, the breakout of that resistance will be a very important bullish signal. And then probabilities will be high that the market will go higher to the next highs. Yeah, and the next resistance on focus, then on dollar yen will be over here. So you can imagine how huge will be the potential profits right here in case if the price breaks that resistance and goes higher. Yeah, so that will be the scenario for buying dollar yen. And if bears keep pushing the price lower, yeah, then you should look for a breakout of that horizontal support. Bearish breakout of that support, daily candle close below that will inevitably push the price lower. Yeah, and for now, while we are stuck between these two structures, yeah, it is the kind of the decision moment for the pair. And for now, the market participants are deciding whether that is just a correctional movement or it is already the initiation of a bearish wave. Yeah, so I guess the FOMC today will clarify. So watch how the market reacts to the Fed interest rate decision and the FOMC. And of course, the updates will definitely follow after the FOMC. So don't forget to subscribe to my free Telegram channel to not miss the updates after the FOMC. Then euro dollar and euro yen. Let's open euro yen. Traders, as always, thank you so much for asking your questions. Yeah, I always appreciate your participation. I always appreciate that we have so many people watching here, and yeah, and no one is spamming. There are new arguments, new conflicts. It is so nice, and I'm really happy to see that we can have such a friendly ambience in the live chat. That is great, and I truly appreciate you for your support. Yeah, so euro yen. I guess traders analyzing the daily time frame, you saw how unstoppable are the bulls, and bulls managed to break a lot of key levels here on euro yen recently. Yeah, so we got the key level here. Yeah, we got the key level here, and bulls managed to break them all. Yes, all those key levels were broken to the upside. And if we look left at structure and analyze the historical structures, we can also spot the key level right here. Yeah, that one. And we can see that better on a weekly. Yeah, this one. And you can see that the price managed to break this one to the upside as well. Yeah, so that is crazy. Yeah, the yen is very weak against the euro, and finally it looks like it is the time for correction. Yeah, finally it looks like the market is quite overbought and the correctional movement started. And for neo traders, I believe that the correction will follow at least till that zone of demand. And from that zone of demand, I would look for the trend following movement. Yeah, it looks to me that bears will most likely push the price lower, at least 284 level. Yeah, so be prepared for a bearish continuation here. Also, if we analyze the higher lows right here, we can spot here that trend line. Yeah, that peculiar rising trend line. And we have a very peculiar confluence right here based on that horizontal structure and the trend line. Yeah, so from that zone, then I would look for the trend following opportunities. Yeah, and let's briefly check if we have something special here in the 4-hour. I guess not really. Yeah, so most likely bears will keep pushing the peer lower. And by the way, traders, remember that that trend is always our friend, and even though it is appealing to short the market, I would concentrate on buying. I would just let the market correct itself, but I would not be involved in shorting. Yeah, because still shorting looks too risky. So try just to look for buying, not for shorting. Yes, do not go against the trend, especially if the trend is so strong as here on euro yen. And it is very funny that during the last two live streams, there are so few questions about gold. Yeah, so traders, if gold traders are here and watching, just give me yes. Yeah, because for some reason during the last two live streams, gold traders are missing. And even though occasionally, most of the time we spend around quarter of the live stream discussing gold, something changed, and that is funny. Anyway, euro dollar. The next question was from Rapatira about euro dollar. So let's check this one and let's analyze. So euro dollar, first of all, daily time frame and the trend analysis. Yes, the trend analysis, and I guess you would agree with me that trend here is bullish. Yeah, we are bullish, and the market keeps growing, setting high highs and high lows. And at the moment, the pair is stuck, yeah, around that resistance. Yeah, we keep setting the high lows, but at the same time, we set two equal highs, respecting that resistance. Yeah, the market respected that resistance, and we even got a strong rejection from that. As we just discussed, the trend is our friend, yes, and most likely the market will keep being in a bullish trend. Most likely bulls will keep pushing. In order to confirm that, what we will look for here on euro dollar, we'll look for a bullish breakout of that resistance. Remember that FOMC is today, and with the FOMC, with the bullish news, the market will easily violate that structure. And the violation of that structure, the daily candle close above that, will simply be a very strong trigger. It will be the indication that bulls will push the price higher. And if we look left at structure and analyze where will be the next goal for buyers, our closest strong resistance will be over here. Yeah, that will be the next historical structure. So if the price breaks and closes above that yellow structure cluster, we will go higher at least to that resistance. Yeah, that will be a bullish scenario. That will be the trend following scenario. Alternatively, if you're looking for shorting, if you're looking for very bearish news on euro dollar, then on focus will be that support. Yeah, so far it is our strong demand cluster, and bearish breakout of that support will push the price lower. Yeah, so that will be the scenario. So again, wait for the FOMC, watch how euro dollar reacts to the FOMC, and here will be these scenarios for you to follow. What I like about trading traders is the fact that in trading we don't really care where the market is going. Yeah, if euro dollar is bullish, we have our plan to buy it. If euro dollar is bearish, well, we have our plan to sell it. Yes, we always have a plan, and we are flexible, and we are ready for the changes. Yes, so these are the scenarios for euro dollar. And thank you, gold traders, for showing your presence. So I guess now let's take a look at gold then and discuss the current situation, and let's prepare ourselves for the FOMC. Yeah, so first, again, daily time frame, the trend analysis. Yes, the trend analysis is very bullish. Yeah, the market here is very bullish, and definitely we are trading in a bullish trend. And as we discussed previously, once that high was reached, yes, correctional movement started, and euro dollar has perfectly respected that falling trend line. Yes, we dropped, but once that trend line was reached, we were rejected from that, and we started to coil. And for many days, for 3 weeks, I guess, the market was trading within that range. Yes, and trading volumes were accumulating. And as I already mentioned in my last video, what was interesting about that range is the fact that even though the momentum by itself was very low, even though the market was trading within a narrow range, even though we were forming very weak candles, at the same time, the trading volumes were very high. And these volumes indicate the presence of the market maker, of big money, of smart money. Yeah, and if we add the volume profile, and by the way, in one of my last videos, I was asked to also add the volume profile on gold and share my thoughts about gold in relation to the volume profile. You can see that volume profile clearly shows us high interest of smart money in that range. Yeah, that is very interesting. So definitely the market maker here was accumulating the liquidity for the FOMC. Yes, and with all that in mind, yes, watching how the market was trading within the range, we should not deny the fact that yesterday the market bounced. Yes, that yesterday we formed right here a high momentum bullish candle. A high momentum bullish candle that completely engulfed all these previous candles. Yeah, you can see if we just measure how many days we were trading within that range. We were trading within that range for 14 days. And with just one single candle, the market managed to engulf all the candles that were formed during the 14 days. Right? I guess it is very important. And I think, traders, that the fact that we formed right here this high momentum bullish candle and that we violated that resistance increases the probabilities that FOMC will be very bullish for gold, that gold will most likely bounce. Yeah, for now, technicals here support bullish continuation on gold. And according to my technicals, yeah, the FOMC will be bullish for gold. Let me know, by the way, traders, what are your expectations from gold? What do you think will happen? Do you believe that this one will bounce, or do you believe that this one will drop? Let me know in the live chat. And also, we should not neglect the fact that the structure right here, that structure, that broken structure, turned into support now, and from that support we can look for buying. Yeah, so before the FOMC, the market may easily trade within that area. The market, the buying volumes may accumulate within that area, and your task will be to look for a confirmation within that area to buy. Yes, being the intraday trader, you should strictly monitor how the price acts there, and definitely opening a 4-hour time frame. We should not deny the fact that now the market looks very weak after the price formed this strong bullish candle. We see the weakness, the local weakness. You can see that we already formed the doji candle right here. We were rejected right here. So I guess today we might see kind of the local correction right here, and the market will most likely trade within that broken structure today. Yeah, so be very careful. Yeah, if you're planning to buy, first let the market complete the correction after this bullish movement, and only then buy. Yeah, so very interesting what will happen. I see that Prima says that he's also bullish. Yeah, and Erman says there is a lot of liquidity on the bottom of the range with all that wax. Definitely. Yeah. So you can imagine, yeah, how the how many trading orders were here. Yeah, how the market, how the gold was changing hands around that support. And then, yeah, smart money finally showed their presence, and they formed, yeah, this huge bullish candle. Yes, I guess it is very telling. But the funniest thing about all that is that it can also be the manipulation. Yeah, it can also be the manipulation, and the market may simply make a false breakout right here. Yeah, so the smart money may outsmart us and leave us here the false clue. So who knows? Remember that anything can happen, and be prepared for everything. Yeah, be prepared for everything. And remember that we always can be wrong, but sometimes we can be right. Yeah, and our task is to be right more often that we are wrong. Yeah, and now we see a lot of questions about Bitcoin. Yeah, so let's analyze Bitcoin now. Yeah, traders, and don't forget to share your feedbacks, traders. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe to my social networks. All the links are in the description below. And I hope that you enjoyed this live stream. Let me know what are your feelings. Yeah, and let me know what else to analyze for you. So now Bitcoin. Let's open Bitcoin and check what is up with this one. Yeah. So first of all, I guess you saw that recently Bitcoin has nicely bounced from that support. Yes, and here, by the way, with my students, we were monitoring the reaction of the price to that support, and we spotted right here the inside bar formation. Yes, the price here formed the inside bar. Yeah, and you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 candles retreating within the range of the so-called mother's bar. But then the range of the mother's bar was broken to the upside. Yeah, and we bounced sharply then. So I really like how accurate that candlestick pattern is. Then what happened? Then here on Bitcoin we got the trend line. We got the trend line right here, this one. Yeah, and the price bounced and the price perfectly respected that trend line. The price formed a double top pattern on that trend line, right, violated its neckline and then dropped lower. What is happening with the market now? From a current perspective, here what we can see, let me think. It looks like we may form, if we have the triangle here. Not really. What else can we see? So we can definitely identify right here a very important zone of demand. This one, yes, we have a very strong horizontal zone of demand right here. And that zone of demand for now is the resort for buyers to buy from. And we can see that many times in a row from that support bullish moves initiated. And here we also almost formed the head and shoulders pattern. You can see that we have formed the left shoulder, the head, and now we are forming the right shoulder. So with the bearish continuation, the price may complete the pattern. And those who are looking for shorting Bitcoin should strictly wait for a bearish breakout of the neckline to the downside. So if the FOMC will be bearish for Bitcoin, we will see a strong bearish impulse and a breakout, a daily candle clears below that horizontal support will give you a very strong bearish signal that will push the market at least to that horizontal support. Alternatively, the head of the pattern is a strong resistance now, yeah, and a bullish breakout of that resistance will push the price higher. However, if we look left at structure and analyze the key levels, we should not deny the fact that our next resistance is already over here. So if the price breaks that resistance to the upside, the growth potential will be very limited. So I would not really recommend buying the Bitcoin after a breakout. For now, it looks to me that the only valid plan right here, the only good trading plan right here is to look for the completion point of the head and shoulders pattern and then to wait for its neckline breakout and look for shorting on a retest. I guess I guess that is what you should look for right here. Elisa says, I caught 5 trades, only 5 triggers my entry. Market keeping leaving me behind. Yeah, Lisa, sometimes it happens. And to be honest, yesterday, 2 very nice trading setups were missed. Yeah, yesterday I spotted very nice setup on Euro Aussie, very nice setup on CAD Swiss, and the entries there were not reached, unfortunately. And even though I made nice predictions yesterday, I didn't manage to be involved in the streets, and that happens. Yes, with trading, that happens occasionally. You will miss your entries. Yeah, just keep going, and opportunities will always come. Yeah, remember about that. Traders, what else to analyze for you? Let me know in the live chat what instrument do you want me to analyze. I see a question from Octavian about Euro Aussie pair. That will be the next one. Yeah, let's open this one and let's discuss. So what is happening here on Euro Aussie? On Euro Aussie, we are trading in a bullish trend. And yesterday with my students, we have discussed this rising trend line. Yeah, you can see that here. Trading in a bullish trend, the price perfectly respects that rising trend line. And yesterday, that trend line was reached. And take a look at that phenomenal rejection from that trend line. Once that trend line was touched, immediately the market reacted. Immediately buyers started to push the price. And opening a 4-hour time frame, take a look at the doji. Yeah, what a cute doji candle was formed here on that trend line. Yeah, just after the touch, doji was formed, then strong bullish candle, and now we see a bullish continuation. And on an hourly time frame, the price formed right here a very nice, yeah, kind of, I would say that it looks like the tiny little head and shoulders pattern right here. Yeah, so the price formed this tiny little head and shoulders pattern right here, violated its neckline, and now bulls are pushing the market higher. And now ahead here in Euro Aussie, we have a local horizontal zone of supply. Here it goes, yes, and you can see that it was quite important just recently for the market participants. And in order to confirm the bullish continuation here in EURUSD, in order to confirm the bullish movement on EURUSD, we will look for a bullish breakout of that resistance. Yes, if the price breaks and closes above that zone of supply, then we will go higher to that structure. Yeah, so we're trading in a strong bullish trend, so most likely the market will keep growing. Yeah, so far that is the plan here on Euro Aussie. Yeah, and then questions from Anthony about Euro New Zealand and dollar CAD. Let's take a look at dollar CAD and analyze this one. So on dollar CAD here, the price has recently reached a very important horizontal support. Yeah, here we got a very important key level that was reached. And on that key level, yeah, the doji candle was formed and then the price bounced. And currently dollar CAD is approaching a very solid horizontal resistance cluster. Yeah, take a look at that structure cluster, traders. Take a look how important it is. Yeah, you can see that first it was a strong resistance. Then after the breakout, it turned into a very strong support. Then again, it turned into a very strong resistance. So that structure here is phenomenally strong. And the next bullish movement here in dollar CAD will be confirmed only after breakout of that resistance. So with the bullish FOMC, the market will most likely manage to break that structure. And the daily candle close above that will certainly push the market higher to the next zone of supply here in dollar CAD. Yeah, so that is what you should look for right here. You should look for breakout. Remember that breakout is one of the most accurate tools for predicting, the future direction of the market. So I would recommend waiting for a breakout right here. And your scenario will be confirmed if the market breaks and closes below that support. Yes, if we break and close below that support, then we will certainly drop lower. So again, FOMC will most likely determine the market sentiment for a couple of weeks. So that for that reason, it is so important to be prepared, for the potential scenarios. And once the situation unfolds, we will simply already have the plan to follow. So these are scenarios for you for dollar CAD. And let's return back to oil. I see some questions again about oil. It looks like we have invalidated the pattern. So that is what I said, traders. So because the market is bearish, it may certainly just violate the support of the range. So you can see that even though we got multiple confluences there, still the after the consolidation within the range, instead of breaking the resistance of the range, the price broke the support of the range and invalidating that setup. So with the confirmation trading strategy, you can simply avoid a lot of losing trades. So if we decided to blindly buy oil after the completion of that harmonic ABCD pattern, we would be stopped out. But waiting for the confirmation here in an hourly time frame, we avoided the loss right here, and it is definitely good. So that's nice. Kamajela says, I appreciate your work. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting me. Then, traders, as always, if you have any questions, if you're wondering what is support and resistance, supply and demand, I don't know, why I don't know to set stop loss, please ask. As you can see, during this live streams, by the way, we have a very important rule. We don't finish the stream before I answer all your questions. So if you have something to ask, please feel free to do that, and don't be shy. So what will be the next one? Ethereum, I guess. Ethereum. I promise to check Ethereum, and after that we will check Euro New Zealand. Ethereum. Let's analyze this one on a daily. And let's see what we have right here. We are on a daily time frame here on Ethereum. And first thing to note is that trading in a bullish trend, Ethereum reached quite important horizontal key level, right? Ethereum reached quite important horizontal key level, and from that horizontal key level, the market dropped. Then zooming in the chart, you can see that the market dropped and the price has perfectly respected that horizontal structure. You can see that here we got a very important zone of demand that was respected. And currently, Ethereum is kind of ranging. I guess you see that the market is ranging now, and the market is currently trading within that narrow range. And again, remember that FOMC will affect the crypto market as well. Remember that the decision of the Fed will affect the Bitcoin, it will affect the altcoins, and for that reason you should have the plan for this one as well. And I think a bullish breakout of the resistance of the range will give you a very bullish signal. And it can give you even a good swing trade. So if the daily candle closes above the resistance of the range, you can consider buying on the retest with your stop loss lying below the lows of the pattern and your target being that resistance. So it can be a very nice swing trade here for Ethereum if you're looking for buying. Alternatively, the breakout, the bearish violation of the support of the range will push the price lower to that support. Yeah, so these are these scenarios for Ethereum. And depending on the today's Fed decision, we will either see a strong bullish movement with the breakout of the resistance of the range with the bullish continuation, or we will see the bearish movement and the breakout of the support of the range. Yeah, so let's see what will happen. And head and shoulders on Ethereum also don't really see the head and shoulders. Probably you may see that this one is head and shoulders, right? You probably, yeah, kind of. I would say Rohit, that it is kind of the weird head and shoulders. So technically speaking, I guess it is correct, but I just don't really like its shape. Yeah, but it can be a valid pattern. I do agree. Yeah, so we have the completed left shoulder, the completed head, the completed right shoulder. So why not? Yeah. I could not say that you are wrong. I guess this one is the correct pattern right here. Now about Euro New Zealand. And then we will discuss, I see a question from Paul about stop loss. Let's open briefly Euro New Zealand, check this one, and then we will discuss the stop placement. So what is up here with Euro New Zealand? Yeah, we are trading in a bullish trend. Yes, no surprise. Yeah, the market is very bullish. And we have also violated just recently that very important resistance cluster. Yes, and we closed above that. After the price set a new high close, yeah, we started a correctional movement here on Euro New Zealand. And analyzing the price action, we can spot right here that rising trend line, and we can spot right here that very important horizontal structure. Yeah, you can see that we have a very important horizontal structure that was a strong resistance in the past, and that turned into support after the breakout. So the trend line right here and the horizontal structure compose the contracting zone of demand. Yeah, the contracting zone of demand. And that contracting zone of demand can be the area from where the next swing move will initiate. Yeah, so I would recommend looking for the test of that blue area. And from that blue area, I would recommend looking for buying opportunities. Yes, that zone here is phenomenally strong. So from that, we can look for the next swing movement. So that is for now is in focus. By the way, let me know if you're interested in the analysis on dollar index. Let me know if you want me to share the analysis for dollar index, the DXY. Give me yes in a live chat. And now, question from Paul. Having problem in setting my stop loss. Please help. You know, the main issue with the stop loss is that when you are treating the pattern, imagine that you spotted the pattern. Imagine that you spotted, for example, the double bottom formation. Yeah, you spotted the confirmed neckline breakout. You decide to buy in a retest. And you knew that your stop loss should lie below the lows of the pattern. But below the lows of the pattern is kind of the subjective thing. Yeah, so here is below the lows, here is below the lows, here is below the lows. So where exactly? Yeah, it is very hard to see. And in such kind of situation, the best option to set your stop loss is to rely on Fibonacci extension. Yes, Fibonacci extension tool here will really help. In order to objectively set the stop loss right here, you take the Fibonacci extension tool and you draw your Fibonacci from the level high right here to the level low. Yeah, and your stop loss will be simply 1272 extension. Yes, that will be your stop loss. And what is good about that strategy? By the way, let me remove 1272. Yes, your stop loss will be 1272. What is good about that trading strategy is that the Fibonacci will give you the stop loss depending on the size of your pattern. Yeah, so if you have the smaller pattern, the Fibonacci's will give you the smaller stop loss, while with the bigger pattern, it will give you the bigger stop loss. And that will always help you to set your stop loss objectively and consistently and rule based. Yeah, so that will be the strategy here for stop loss placement. And also on my YouTube channel, there's a video how to set stop loss. You can watch that. There I explain how exactly to apply the Fibonacci extension for the safe stop placement. So please check that. Now, dollar index. Thank you, Muhammad and Konrad, for giving me. Yes, let's open DXY, the dollar index, and check this one. So, what is interesting about the dollar index? First of all, we are trading in a bearish trend, but once we reach that support, yeah, we started to coil. And for now, even though we are trading in a bearish trend, the price didn't manage to set a new level right here, and instead the price set a higher level right here. Also, what we got right here is that we got right here that trend line. Yeah, that was kind of broken, but a bit higher we had the horizontal resistance that was respected. So the price has perfectly respected the confluence zone based on the trend line and the horizontal structure. Yeah, so we have respected that, and from that we dropped. But what is interesting right here, traders, is the fact that here on dollar index, we formed the gap. Yeah, we formed the gap down. Yeah, do you see this one? Yeah, so for some reason, we formed the gap right here. And that gap was filled immediately then. Yes, after we formed that gap, yeah, we immediately filled that, and then bears kept pushing the market. It makes me think that this gap is the indication that smart money already knew something, and for that reason they have already pushed the index lower. Yeah, so the actions of the smart money were already reflected in the index, and it makes me think that probably this one will keep falling. Most likely the index will keep going lower. Yeah, the gap right here and the fact that it was filled, and the fact that after it got filled, the market started to keep falling. Yeah, started to fall. It tells us that bearish pressure here is very strong. So most likely, the index will keep falling. I hope, traders, you got the point. I hope you got the point what I was trying to say. Also, one more very important thing to note is that here on a 4-hour time frame, we got this rising wedge pattern. Yes, you can see that we got here this rising wedge, and after the price formed that gap, we broke the support of the wedge to the downside. We closed below that in a 4-hour. It is a very bearish signal here. So most likely, the index will keep falling. Yeah, I hope you got the logic. Yeah, and about the gaps, I see the question from Ando about natural gas, and I spotted the gap on natural gas as well. Yeah, natural gas. Let's open this one. There was also the gap there. Have you seen, traders, the gap here in natural gas? Natural gas formed a gap up and then started to consolidate. Then we started to trade within that range. And you can see that then the support of the range was broken to the downside. And also the gap right here wasn't filled. So I believe, traders, that the market here will certainly keep falling. Yes, the gap here will certainly be filled. Yeah, the market will certainly manage to fill the gap right here. So I expect, yeah, the bearish continuation here in natural gas to the gap open level first. Yes, our gap open level is somewhere here. Yeah, the market will certainly drop to that level, and then if the price manages to violate that support to the downside, then we will most likely drop much lower. Yeah, so bias here is very bearish. Yes, the fact that we broke that range to the downside with that bearish candle, the fact that we closed below the support of the range, the fact that we still didn't fill the gap, makes me think that gas will keep falling right here. The outlook here on natural gas is very, 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 very bearish. Bijan says, what confluence do you suggest and on what time frame? When buy sell from support resistance, I see you on a daily time frame, so stop loss would be huge if market gives against. Bijan, we have very strict rules about the entries and the time frames. Remember that we always start our analysis with the daily time frame. Yes, we analyze the daily. We analyze the daily time frame first, but we don't treat the daily time frame. We execute the analysis on a daily. We look for the key levels, but then we start looking for confirmation on lower time frames. Like here in New Zealand yen, we spotted that horizontal key level. Yes, very strong resistance here that the market reached. And of course, treating that resistance on a daily time frame, the stop loss would be huge, right? So we apply the full time frame analysis, the top down analysis, to spot the pattern on lower time frames. That would let us have the smaller stop loss. And here on New Zealand yen, we spotted that double top. Yes, we spotted that double top pattern. And that double top pattern helped us to have the stop loss related to that exact pattern. Yeah, so multiple time frame analysis will help you to have the smaller stop losses. Never trade just on a daily. Analyze the daily, analyze the key levels on a daily, spot the support and resistance, supply and demand zones on a daily, then let the market reach one of the zones. And once one of the zones is reached, look for a pattern on lower time frames. Yeah, like here, the double top pattern on an hourly time frame was formed, and the stop loss was set based on that pattern. Yes, completely neglecting the key level that we spotted on a daily, because if we treated the key level on a daily, our stop loss should have been that big. Yeah, but this double top helped us to make our stop loss smaller. Yeah, I hope you feel the logic. And crude oil is falling. Yeah, it looks like it is falling. Yeah, so as we discussed, it didn't manage to break the resistance of the range. We didn't get the needed confirmation. Instead, the price violated the support of the range and invalidated the trading setup. Yeah, and as I already said, the confirmation strategy helped us here to avoid the loss. Yeah. Now about Aussie dollar. Let's check Aussie dollar and analyze this one. So, Bijan, I hope that I answered your question and I hope that you got the point. Give me yes if you if you got what I was trying to say. Now, Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar pair, let's check this one and let's analyze. By the way, just as a remark, traders, what are your thoughts about the today's Fed interest rate decision? What are your expectations? Do you believe that the rates will increase, or what is your view? Yeah, because again, the trend is always our friend. Yes, and analyzing the the chart of the interest rates, definitely this one looks like a bullish reversal. But at the same time, yeah, watching the interest rates, we are approaching a very important resistance now. Yeah, do you see the key level here that the market is approaching at the moment here? Probably we may have a pullback here as well. You have pullback and retest the broken trend line. Who knows? Yeah, but technicals here, yeah, are not that bullish at the moment. Just because we are quite overbought, I would say we are approaching the resistance, so we can easily have the pullback like that. Yeah. So, what are your views? What do you expect from the Fed today? Yeah, and returning back to Aussie dollar pair, let's analyze this one on a daily. And yeah, so Aussie dollar pair. Aussie dollar pair is currently stuck within the range. And from one side, we have the resistance right here. Yeah, and from another side, we have the support right here. And the price has recently reached the support of the range. Yes, we reached the support of the range. We got rejected from that, and now the market is growing. With that in mind, if we open a 4-hour time frame, here in a 4-hour time frame, we can spot, yeah, you can see that here, we kind of had the falling wedge pattern, yeah, that was broken to the upside. We got some deep retest, and then the market bounced. And when we see the ranging market, remember that probabilities are always high that from the support of the range, we will see the bullish movement all the way up to the resistance of the range. And from the resistance of the range, we will see the bearish movement to the support of the range. Yeah, so once you see the ranging market, we are simply expecting the continuation of the consolidation within the range. So most likely the market will keep trading within the boundaries of the range. And I think from a current perspective, the market may go higher. However, if you're looking for some wave, yeah, then you should look for a breakout. And remember that Aussie dollar will initiate a bearish wave only when that entire zone of demand will be broken to the downside. So only when we break that entire structure cluster to the downside, only then we will drop lower. So that will be a very important rule to follow right here, to wait for a breakout of that entire area first before we confirm a bearish trend continuation here. Yeah, so that is the plan. Paul says, please post some trading setups on your Telegram channel. Yeah, I definitely will. And I will watch carefully the today's Fed, and I promise that I will post the updates accordingly. Yeah, so no worries about that. Yeah, and pound yen we have already analyzed. GBFX says pound yen, my friend, we already checked this one. We already analyzed that, or we didn't. Probably, sorry. We analyzed euro yen. Yeah, so pound yen we didn't. So let's check this one. So here in pound yen, first of all, traders, we have recently reached that horizontal resistance. Yes, we got our resistance cluster right here that the market reached, and from that resistance we see a bearish movement. Yeah, we formed right here a high momentum bearish candle. Yes, we formed right here a strong bearish candle, and we dropped. And ahead we have a very important horizontal support right here. Bit lower we have one more support. So we have a lot of supports right here, very strong ones. And from a current perspective, it feels like the peer will manage to reach that support, definitely. Yeah, so it looks like peers are strong enough, and most likely the price will manage to reach that structure. And then important decision will be had. Either we will see a bullish movement from that or bearish continuation to that support. And to be honest, from a current perspective, it is very hard to make a prediction. Yeah, so I guess FOMC will help to clarify. And for now, simply these structures will be in focus and we will watch them carefully. Yeah. Bijan says, would appreciate if you can post on Telegram group some of your support resistance that you shared to this so I can apply to my shorts. Yeah, thank you, Bijan, for letting me know. So I am trying to occasionally post the key levels for different trading instruments. Yeah, so I'm trying to occasionally post the key levels and give me a yes if you want me to do that more often. Yeah, so let me know. Let me know, cheaters, by the way. Those who follow me on my free Telegram channel, let me know if you want to see more uh, posts with key levels on my free Telegram channel. Let me know, because uh, watching the likes under this post, they are usually there are not so many likes as with just the forecast. So let me know if you want to see more structure analysis posts on my free Telegram channel. Oleda says, has he analyzed gold yet? My friend, I analyzed, but in brief, let's return back to that and let's. So what we discussed today on gold was the range. Yeah, the range on a daily time frame that was broken to the upside. Yeah, we discussed that range and we spotted the confirmed breakout of its resistance to the upside. Yes. And the price form here, high momentum bullish candle. So we discussed that most likely FOMC will be bullish for gold. Most likely the market will keep growing. And we discussed that our plan today before the FOMC is to monitor that structure cluster. We discussed that our task before the FOMC is to monitor the broken structure and look for the confirmation to buy. Yeah, so we are very bullish. Technicals are bullish and we will stick to our guns. And yeah, let's see. Really interesting to see whether it is the manipulation or not, but it is very hard to form such a big bullish candle on a daily just to manipulate the market. So let's see. But most likely, as we already discussed, trend is always our friend. So most likely the market will go in the direction of the trend. Yeah. So that is what I see. And Latif says, I want to see more posts on key levels on your Telegram group. Thank you, traders. It is very, very interesting. I didn't, because when I post this post, it is not clear to me that they are so meaningful for you. And thank you so much for letting me know. I always say that your feedbacks are very important, and I always listen to your feedbacks, to your views. So I promise I will share structure analysis posts more often. And thank you for letting me know. Sergio says, you offer signals. Yes, I do. You can check my website, vasilytrader.com, and there you can learn about my premium services. And by the way, you can read the feedbacks there. And on my website, there are a lot of very nice educational articles on different subjects. So you can check that as well. Traders, let me know what else to analyze for you. Let me know if you probably, I don't know, indexes. I forgot. Damn, I remember that some of you asked to analyze indexes and I freaking forgot. Yes, so briefly, let's take a look at, I don't know, probably US 30. Let it be US 30, yeah? Let's check US 30 and discuss Yeah, and traders, if you want me to analyze some other indexes, just give me the tickers on our live chat. Yeah, and I will check the indexes for you. Just let me know what do you want me to analyze. But I guess the Dow Jones is the most popular one. So what is the situation there? So on US 30 index, first thing to note is that on US 30 index, we got that trend line. And even though the price violated that trend line to the upside, just a little bit higher over here, we got our horizontal structure resistance. And we got the confluence zone right here based on that horizontal structure resistance and the trend line. And that one here was respected, yes, and from that we dropped. And from a current perspective, yeah, what we can conclude is that the index is currently trading within the range. Yeah, now we are within that range. And as we already discussed, once we are trading in a range, probabilities are high that from the resistance of the range, we will drop all the way down to the support of the range. So chances will be high that bearish movement here will continue. Yes, just from a current perspective. If we check intraday time frames, just nothing special here, nothing special. Yeah, so just from the technical point of view, the fact that we formed a so strong bearish candle right here on the daily makes me think that the market may drop to that support. Then FOMC is ahead, right? And we should prepare ourselves for occasional spikes. And a bearish breakout, bearish continuation, and a breakout of the support of the range will push the index lower, at least to that horizontal structure support. Yes, that will be the next goal for sellers in case of a breakout. And for buying the index, it is very tricky right here, because looking left, we have a lot of resistances. Yes, we have the resistance cluster right here. Yeah, we have the resistance cluster right here. So we have a lot of resistances. So if the index bounces suddenly, if we see a bullish movement, traders, I would not recommend you buying this one, because we have so many resistances right here, and God only knows from which one the market may drop. So be very careful with buying. Yeah, and for now from a current perspective, I would only consider selling scenarios. Yeah, so let's see. Who knows what the Fed will do today? Yeah. And Bijan says DAX index. So let's take a look at Cheers. Don't forget to like this live stream. If you are still here, if you are still watching, please don't forget to support me with the like. And since last week on the DAX index, we are bullish. Yes, on the DAX index, we are bullish, and we have spotted last week the confirmed breakout of that major horizontal resistance. The price violated that to the upside, and now we are coiling around the broken structure. If we open a 4-hour time frame, you can see that we are trading within the range now, yeah, around that key structure. And I just would make a prediction now that the index will most likely bounce to the resistance of that 4-hour range. You can see that we have formed the doji candle here approaching the support of the range. So I think that doji, after the formation of that high momentum bearish candle, is the sign of weakness of the sellers. And the fact that we opened with the gap up is the sign of the strength of the buyers. So I guess the index will bounce to that resistance. So outlook here locally by the way, and globally is bullish, because on the daily we got the confirmed structure breakout. It makes us very bullish. And on the 4-hour time frame, we see the range and test of the support of the range with the doji. So locally we are bullish as well. Yeah. Now CAD yen pair, let's open this one. And yeah, so on CAD yen, by the way, we analyzed yesterday with my students. And CAD yen pair has Here it was really the manipulation, because many traders spotted the confirmed breakout of that resistance and started to buy and retest immediately. But what these traders forgot to do, they forgot to look left. Yeah, because looking left, here is our resistance. Yes, here is our resistance. That is the key structure that we have right here. And that is the key structure from where bearish movement started. So never forget to look left at structure. Structure always leaves clues. And New Zealand yen will most likely keep falling from that major resistance at least to that support. I think that we will drop at least to that structure. The fact that we formed a bearish engulfing candle here on a daily increases the probabilities that bears will keep push the pair lower. Yeah, that candle here is phenomenally important, so probably we will drop at least to that support around 98 level. Juan says, I missed New Zealand yen trade, but I see a formation of double top on 4 hour. Maybe I can enter with the breakout confirmation. Juan, didn't you forget, did you forget to set your limit order after the breakout of the decline? Because yesterday, after the price violated the decline, I have immediately set my sell limit order. Yeah, so I guess you probably forgot just to set the sell limit. And that double top I would not treat, to be honest, because we have our key support cluster right here already. So if we treat that double top, yeah, I would say that the risk to reward would not be good. So I would not be involved in this one. And yeah, if you miss the trade, Joan, it happens. As you know, occasionally I miss the trades too. It is the part of the game, and we cannot stay in front of the charts 24/7. Yeah, it is impossible. So some setups will form at night, some setups will form when we are not in front of the computer, and yeah, it is how it is. So yeah, with that, traders, I wish you luck trading FOMC today. Yeah, I hope that today's live stream helped you to prepare. We analyzed the major Forex pairs, we analyzed gold, we analyzed so many different instruments, and I hope that today's live stream will help you to have the plan for bullish FOMC, for bearish FOMC, for all the scenarios we are now prepared. Yes, and I hope that you enjoyed this live stream. I hope that you enjoyed my analysis. As always, traders, don't forget to subscribe to my social networks. I have Instagram, I have Telegram, the TradingView page, Twitter, all the links are in the description below. Also, if you're interested in premium services, don't forget to check my website. It is vasilytrader.com. And also, traders, don't forget to share your feedbacks. Yes, don't forget to share your feedbacks. Let me know how you want me to improve the quality of this live streams. Your opinion is always very important to me, so let me know. Thank you so much for your presence. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you soon. Thank you, traders, and good luck. Good luck watching the Fed press conference today. Don't miss it. Yeah.